The Department of Labour wants to change the rules around employing immigrants. A new national labour migration policy could include quotas for locals and restrict foreigners from trading in certain sectors. The department also wants to work with Home Affairs and higher education to secure the country's borders and establish scarce skills visas. But before that becomes a reality, the policy needs to be approved by Cabinet and go through public consultation and receive input from NEDLAC. Only then will it be submitted to Parliament. Well, Sam Morotoba is the Deputy Director General of Public Employment Services in the Department of Labour. Mr. Morotoba, thank you so much for joining us. If you could just unpack for us what your department means when it says it's concerned around illegal recruitment practices.
Good morning, and thank you for inviting me and giving us this opportunity. Obviously, the practice that involves recruitment of especially undocumented migrants, and this also happens to South Africans as well, by some unscrupulous employers in order to either move away or not subject those workers to existing labor standards in order to underpay them, in order not to comply with existing labor laws, in order not to pay things like pension funds, UIF, compensation funds, etc. Those are the practices that the inspectors of the department are pursuing. And let me emphasize, this is not only with respect to foreign nationals, it also happens to locals as well.
Talk to me about a possible quota system in the recruitment of foreign nationals.
This is something that is still under discussion. Obviously, there are issues around the numbers of employers. Let's take soccer. There is a limit on the number of players that foreigners or foreign nationals that can be fielded in a particular game. And when it comes to new investment, this thing is not new. When a new investor comes into the country, already there is a limit in terms of the immigration regulations on the total number of people that investor can bring from his or her own country of origin into South Africa. And currently the percentages are 40% total numbers of people that can be brought in, and 60% of people employed must be locals. Now, what we are trying to do is to, because of our regional considerations, unlike other countries in the neighborhoods, we have put a complete blanket stoppage in terms of employment of, or restrictions or prohibitions in terms of employment of locals. We are looking at the possibility of agreeing with the social partners on the total cap or percentage that will be allowed insofar as foreign nationals are concerned in any particular establishment.
Mr. Morotoba, do you think that this could possibly inflame the xenophobic sentiment that's currently underway at the moment, or would you argue it's to protect foreign nationals who are being violated in terms of unscrupulous workers, employees?
There are a number of things that we are trying to balance here, and it's 4 of them or so, and there can be more. But firstly, we must acknowledge that there are concerns by South Africans that government is not doing enough to deal with the large numbers of people in the country, and that is why we have seen the sporadic incidences. Secondly, the country does need skills that we don't have, that we must import, And we also need to train and educate the large number of our people in those areas. So we definitely need to have an arrangement that continues to ensure that. But thirdly, South Africa is part of a global community where we have signed treaties in relation to migrants, and we must also live up to those standards and protect people that are refugees, people that have valid visas in our country. And lastly, we have to do everything that we are doing within the context of our regional trades. All the goods and services that we consume in South Africa are imported from other countries. But what we also produce in South Africa is sold in our regional countries. And therefore, whatever we do, we need to respect the SADC protocols and the AU protocols that are in existence.
All right, thank you so much. It seems that the new legislation will be a very long way down the line. There's lots still to happen in terms of protocols. Thank you so much. That was Sam Morotoba from the Labour Department.